Here's an exercise that I think kind of helps you think about what your values might be. It's the 6-word memoir. Now, this is not something I invented by any order of magnitude. The genesis of this is that Ernest Hemingway was at a bar with a group of his friends, like in 1900 something, early 1900s, while he was still living. And they were making fun of him, or I don't think he really made fun of Ernest Hemingway, but they were poking fun at him for how short and slender his books were. And he said, you don't have to write long to write well. I could write a novel in 6 words. And they said, no, you can't. I mean, who knows if this is true or apocryphal, this whole story. And they said, prove it. And he went home and he typed out the most famous 6-word, it's a 6-word novel, which was For Sale, Baby Shoes Never Worn. Ernest Hemingway for the win. That's pretty damn great, isn't it? So over the years, people have attempted to write novels in 6 words, but in the 90s, Smith's Magazine, which is the magazine for writers, if you're a writer, you know of it, invited the world to write a 6-word memoir, to write the story of their life in 6 words. The way I do this with my students is I say, imagine that a book about the story of your life has been written. Okay, somebody wrote your autobiography up to this day, and you had to come up with the title of it in 6 words. Sorry, no cheating. It has to be 6 words so that the playing field is level. Okay? That's your 6-word memoir. That's your 6-word memoir. Sophia, you have there some examples of people who have submitted their 6-word memoir. Now, if you go online and you type in 6-word memoir, there are literally thousands and thousands of 6-word memoirs floating out there around there. Some of them are so spectacular and poignant. And if you think this is impossible, just Google it because there's so many great ones. What have we got there, Sophia, that people wrote in?
It's simpler than they tell you.
I love that one. It's simpler than they tell you. I'd love to read that one, that memoir. Okay, what else?
I can't be that person anymore.
Yes, this is one of my favorite ones. I can't be that person anymore.
Old too soon, smart too late.
Old too soon, smart too late. Go ahead.
Traveled far to come back home.
Traveled far to come back home.
Not quite what I was planning.
Yeah, this is one of the most famous 6-word memoirs. Not quite what I was planning.
Never did find a better job.
Yeah, love that one. What else?
I should have stayed in Europe.
I should have stayed in Europe. Ooh.
Found true love, married someone else.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite ones. Found true love, married someone else.
Always looking to the next horizon.
Mm-hmm. How about, wait, I have a question.
Yeah. I didn't include that one because I was fine.
That's like, yours and it's so good. I'm so sorry. Wait, I have a question. All right, so here, if you got a moment, or do it now or later, like it's just incredible to think, okay, the story of my life to this date, to this moment has been written. What would be the title of it? Okay, what would be the title of my memoir to date? And when you're done doing that, this is the exercise. Imagine the perfect life, the life you want, the story of life that you would write if there was nothing holding you back. Imagine your life for the next 25 years. Then write that 6-word memoir. Ouch. Like write that 6-word memoir, okay? You've gone 25 years out. You actually lived exactly the life you wanted by your own values, by what was interesting you, by what you were really good at. And then you write that memoir, and you look at the first title and you look at the second title, and you got to take a look at the journey between the two. And the contrast can be unbelievable. Do we have some of those contrasts from the Tampa speech?
Yeah.
I talked about this when I gave a speech to a fantastic group in Tampa recently. I had the audience do this exercise. It's a very fast exercise. You can do it pretty quickly, and it's stunning what it can tell you. What have we got, Sophia? Give me one that's for that they wrote in the present.
I kept running, should have been dancing.
I kept running, I should have been dancing. And what did they do for 20 years hence?
Too sensitive, the world needed that.
Too sensitive, the world needed it. So here's somebody who's talking about like letting their freak flag fly and just being who they were, and they feel constrained, I think, by being told they were sensitive and and the life that they wanted was to find out that the world needed them just as they were. Just as they were. Let's do one last one.
Present, I've died 1,000 times over.
Oh, that's sad.
20 years from now, I never grew up, thank God.
Beautiful. Okay, so this person obviously is in a moment that's quite difficult. If their present 6-word memoirs, I've died 1,000 times over, ow, my heart goes out to you. But then they write, I never grew up, thank God, which means I think they got to have a wonderful childhood at last, okay? And I think that This exercise is all about being very honest with yourself about what would be the title of your memoir, unvarnished, real title of your memoir today. And then if you got to write the real story of your life, what would the title of your memoir be if you got to write the real story of your life? And taking a look at the difference between the two. Powerful stuff. Really amazing. You know, if you don't want to do it alone, do it with a friend or do it with a partner. I've done it with my family, my poor family. They want to like go do something fun like apple picking. And I say, let's do 6-word memoirs, but whatever, they're all around.